Okay, this is our tankless water heater. We're on the west wall. And most of our weather comes from Seattle, which is northwest of us. Okay, and then this wall kind of backs into this corner next to the garage. And this water heater was designed to be installed on an exterior wall. And the piping has been insulated. And I've known of a couple of instances where tankless water heater has been installed very much like this, same situation. And severe freeze, strange places inside the structure froze. It was like 3 in one particular community that and clients of mine. And it was like at the primary bathtub it froze. Well, our primary bathtub's right over here, but then the other times, it was the kitchen island. The water would freeze, and there's no explanation. And it was a short-term issue, but that's what happened. And technically, there's nothing wrong with the way this location and that it was installed here. So I'm just telling you, I'm just sharing stories with you. This is our pressure relief valve. It's not the same as a temperature pressure relief valve. It's still supposed to terminate, no farther than 6 inches from the ground, which it does, so we're fine. And since it's, there we go. We are releasing pressure. And it'll drain for a little bit. And we're going to watch it. Please stop draining. I haven't checked the water meter yet. So coming on underneath here, this is our gas piping coming in. This is our drip leg, is what a lot of people call it, sediment trap. You see this right here, this gas. Okay, the manufacturer's installation instructions, and it did stop. The manufacturer's installation instructions say that you're supposed to dial this in with a manometer. Okay, now if a plumber even has one, it's probably underneath the sink of his truck, or one plumber on the whole crew has got one under the seat of his truck with about 1 inch of dirt on it. Nobody does that. Now, Renee, okay, they pretty much know that this is going to be a low pressure installation. They pretty much know this is a residential water heater. This has been pretty much already set in. It might be set in perfect, but we don't know that. So the manufacturer feels like it should be double checked. And if I'd never told you that, you would have never known that. But I can tell by the way it hasn't been molested, so the gas pressure has not been dialed in completely. And we're coming over here. Okay, now this is on you, and it's about, well, let me keep going. And this electric junction box, this outlet box with this receptacle device inside of it, is mounted flush up. This weather cover right here. Water resistant, that's good. Tamper resistant, that's good. But this should have been mounted on its side or something, because water, even though it is water resistant, even though it is in the cabinet, but this is susceptible to debris, water migrating inside of there, and those types of things. So what supersedes code is the code inspector. He supersedes that. So there we got that. That's going to make my report. It's very common. I'm not apologizing for my work, by the way, but it's not uncommon to see this installation like this. So what I found so far is basically, I'm going to make comment on this, and then I'm going to say this has not been adjusted. Now let's move on to my client's responsibility. Okay, so this is a high efficiency Lamborghini. Okay, this is a Porsche. This is not a little Ford Fiero. So, conventional water heaters, we have a tendency to ignore the service, and it's acceptable to replace them every 10 years, something like this. This is going to last 14 years or so if it's done properly. And how can we do that? Is by servicing this. And you can go on YouTube and find out how to do this if you're hands-on. And if or get a plumber. But this screen right here is supposed to be cleaned out once a year. This house is about 8 months old, is what I'm told. You know, it's a 1-year inspection, warranty inspection. This is not on the builder, by the way, but the screen should be cleaned out. You isolate the valves, okay, and they kind of take the handles off so that the consumer isn't as likely to handle this as a professional plumber. But a consumer can do it. It's a very easy process. Again, there's all kinds of... I'm going to bake a YouTube video into your report showing you how to do that. But yeah, it's time to service this. This was never adjusted. This is questionable.